So before we close out, we will present our winning poster and research abstract. In the interest of time, we have Chow Jaraswarapam from University of Indiana, who is an assistant professor in gastroenterology, hepatology, and nutrition. And he's from the Riley Hospital for Children's at IU Health, talked about his research in biomarkers of fibrosis and portal hypertension of Fontan-associated liver disease in children and adults. And after we close out, we will all be heading to the 4th floor terrace for drinks and hors d'oeuvres. So please keep that in mind. I'd like to present to you as our certificate and appreciation for your work. And we will also have a cash prize that we will send to you later.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Chow. Again, I'm a pediatric hepatologist from Riley Hospital, Indiana University. So today it's my pleasure to present my research on the cardiologist today. So I have nothing to disclose. So first, so you know already that a post-Fontan patient always have a hepatic fibrosis, even though cirrhosis over time that we call like the Fontan-associated liver disease. And only liver biopsy is only gold standard to assess liver fibrosis, and they have no standard non-invasive biomarkers to assess liver fibrosis so far. So our research is investigating non-invasive biomarkers of fibrosis and portal hypertension in children and adults with Fontan liver disease. So this study is a retrospective chart review Fontan patient more than 10 years old who underwent liver biopsy. Liver biopsy scale, we use congestive hepatic fibrosis score. 0 is mean no fibrosis, 4 is mean cirrhosis. Advanced liver disease defined as score 3 or 4. We also measure non-invasive fibrosis score we call AST to platelet ratio index, APRI, or fibrosis 4 we call FIB4. This non-invasive score in the adult hepatologists, they use to assess liver fibrosis and cirrhosis in other liver disease like Hep B, Hep C, or fatty liver. For APRI calculation, we use AST and platelet for calculation. For FIB4, we use AST, age, platelet, and ALT for calculation. We also measure the feature of portal hypertension, varices, ascites, splenomegaly, and thrombocytopenia that we call VAS score. And VAS score more than equal to is means significant portal hypertension. We also measure cardiac cath parameters like Fontan pressure, hepatic venous pressure gradients, calculation, which is the difference between weight and free hepatic venous pressure. We also measure liver stiffness from the FibroScan as well. The first data we show you is in the middle column is non-advanced liver disease. We have 27 patients, and advanced liver disease, we have 39 patients. You can see the age or the time of the Fontan. They look similar in both groups. One thing that you can see is lower platelet is shown significantly in the advanced liver disease. We also found FIB4 APRI also higher in the advanced liver disease, significantly compared to non-advanced liver disease, as well as Fontan pressure, weight, and free hepatic venous pressure. Interestingly, you can see hepatic venous pressure gradients is we always use in the hepatology world that if more than 5, it means significant portal hypertension. And you can see both groups, they are very low, only 1.1 or 1.14. For FibroScan, we measure liver stiffness. Normally, it's 5 to 7, and you can see both groups is really high. Again, we don't see any difference significantly between the two groups. We also separate between adults and children. Non-advanced and advanced liver disease, you can see similar to previous table that age and Fontan pressure, they look similar. Again, lower platelet, FIB4 APRI, Fontan pressure, weight, and free hepatic venous pressure also higher in advanced liver disease. For children, You can see the result is contrast, but we have only 6 in non-advanced liver disease and 13 in advanced liver disease. One thing that we found is age at the Fontan procedure is older in the patient who have advanced liver disease. Otherwise, there are no difference between these two groups. We compare between right VAS score that I mentioned before, less than 2 or more than equal to its mean significant portal hypertension. You can see that lower albumin is significantly lower in the whoever have high VAS score, as well as higher fibrosis score, FIB-4, APRI, Fontan pressure, weight, and free hepatic venous pressure. And you can see gradients also higher significantly in whoever have a high VAS score. Again, for the fibrosis from liver stiffness, they look similar in both groups. Conclusion. So APRI or FIB-4 is maybe non-invasive biomarkers for Fontan liver disease progression. And lower platelet or higher Fontan pressure is observed in adults with Fontan advanced liver disease, but not in children. Liver stiffness from fibroscan is really high due to hepatic congestion and possible liver fibrosis. Portal hypertension in fall, you can see, is caused by both elevated venous pressure and liver fibrosis. So I would like to thank my mentor, Dr. Jean Moloston, and adult hepatologist, Dr. Masuoka, and our cardiology team from Riley, Dr. Mark Ham, Dr. Mark Payne, Andrew, Jessica, to help me for this project. And right now we have ongoing multi-center for registries. If anyone interested, please let me know. Thank you.
Well, everybody can smile. We came to an end, okay? So everybody survived, and hopefully our lymphatics are still working well, okay? With that said, it's a fascinating topic. Clearly, we went from the heart to the liver to the lymphatics. It's a complex problem that doesn't have a simple solution, which is fascinating because it means we'll be having meetings like this recurrently for the next 100 years, discussing this topic and many others that might arise as we hopefully solve some of these issues. We want to thank everybody online. We want to thank Billy Kreutzer for taking his time and spending a whole day with us here. It's been a real pleasure, like always. And want to thank everybody out there in the audience, online.
Yeah, especially wanted to thank in the audiovisual James Ferris with Massive Media, the Congenital Heart Academy for transmitting to people all over the world and improving access to great conference and all the amazing work they've done over the last few years. Also, our course coordinators, Katie Scollon, Andrew Kinnunen, and Andrew Beckhout, because they really did an amazing job supporting this. And the three physicians who truly developed the program, Anita Saraf, Tarek Al-Said, and Arvin Hoskopal for putting this together. This was terrific when they came to me with that idea to us, and we supported it. So thank you for doing that. And especially amazing presentations from people who came from other locations to visit here in person, and those who presented remotely, really outstanding presentations. Thank you so much for all of that. Truly, I also learned a lot, so thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.